OK, now I've got other contenders for brilliant inventions. I've got a 3D printer.
Oh.
This is like the new thing this year. Let me show you what we made. This is a genuine 3D print of John Richardson. You have a look at it on the side, it's really good. Look at that.
I'm not happy with it pointing at me like that. I'm starting to realise what it's like to be sat next to me.
John?
Yeah, we can get him next to John, yeah, sure.
Be careful with me. Christ.
What a little wanker. Unbelievable.
Why would anyone want that? A 3D printer, what's the purpose of it?
Well, you could print anything. You could print, I mean, in America, they're printing guns.
Put that on my head.
Why not? It's like a really shit wedding cake.
The sad thing about that wedding cake is it's just John on his own, isn't it?
OK, you aware of a onesie?
Yeah.
OK, there's now a twinsy, which is like a onesie for sort of 2 people.
That's disgusting.
John, Josh, pop that on. Oh. It's a twinsy.
That's a onesie for people with personal space issues.
While you put that on, Trevor, you don't like the weather here?
You say it like I don't like the weather, like you like the weather, like everybody likes the weather.
I've got something for you. I've got you a full body umbrella. Try that out for size.
Oh, yeah, that's very
What's in there, fella? You can put it up, don't panic.
It looks like a see-through Ku Klux Klan outfit.
This is fantastic.
No,
Your way, go.
Nobody's going to buy this. That's like a 3-legged race. What is
fine.
that?
It's
You
a
can't even
onesie.
have sex in it.
This is the most intense experience I've ever had.
Is this sex?
Put up, John.
I don't know if it is.
Put up.
I don't know if it is sex, but I am going to count it to my tally if it is.
I don't even have to walk like this. I can walk normally.
Pop down your head.
You always broke my foot!
I got you this, Sean. It's a new invention. It's a tie that's got booze in it.
Oh.
It's a flask. It's a flask tie. If you're going to events, you can drink booze out of it.
I bet they haven't put
Jesus.
any in.
Yeah, no, we put booze in. Don't panic.
good.
I insisted there was booze for you.
Thank you.
For the businessman with problems.
So where's the booze?
You bite it a bit and squeeze it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jack
and
knows
squeeze
how
it into the teeth and suck.
It's not booze.
Is it not booze?
Yeah, fuckers.
They're not giving the booze. I did insist. It's cider, apparently.
It's my kryptonite. But it won't work, will it? Because if you're just sitting at a meeting chatting around, you go, why is your tie moving like that? Do you think anyone would be suspicious at the meeting if you started sucking?
Jack, I've got this for you. This is an invention. This is apparently to help you learn how to smile better. What it is it's a gym for the mouth. So what you do is you just pop that in your mouth.
Oh.
And then you can exercise your mouth so that you're better able to smile.
And it also works as a diaphragm as well for women.
So you put the whole thing in and then you can exercise.
That is not what this is for.
It is what this is for.
That's
Sure.
No, it's
the
not.
fur hasn't fallen off.
Oh! I feel like a blow-up doll. That's what I feel like. Oh, well, thanks anyway.
47% of people think their partner isn't interested in hearing about their day. Correct. Most people find spending time with animals relaxing. True or false? What do you think? Jack, do you find animals relaxing?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Have you got any pets?
I have pets, yeah.
What have you got?
I've got 2 dogs, 2 Dachshunds. Find them relaxing
That's not a
to be
dog.
around.
That's not a dog.
Yeah, don't
That's
you...
not a dog.
Don't you diss the
No,
Dachshund.
that's not a dog.
It is. It's like a sawn-off Doberman.
So the question is, most people find spending time with animals relaxing. Let's put it to the test. John, I've got a little treat for you. Let's bring on a little puppy. There he is. She's a little mastiff. That's just a puppy. I think she's only 12 weeks old. Which size are those paws?
That's when they're tastiest, isn't it?
Have a little stroke. What? Is that not the most adorable creature?
Oh my God, green eyes.
Huh?
Green eyes.
Green eyes. It's the one from Turner and Hooch. It's exciting.
Amazing.
You can all leave now whenever you want. I'll just...
So, John, I can already see you look elated and relaxed. Sean, you look grumpy.
I don't get it.
See, we've got brilliant handlers in today for all the animals. I say all the animals.
Oh,
because
God.
no, because we got you a puppy, so we thought it'd be only fair, Sean, to get you an animal.
Oh, no.
I genuinely think you'll like it.
No, not me.
Sean, are you not?
No, I
No.
won't.
Well, I'll bring him over here. Are you not? Are you genuinely not keen on snakes? No. Is that not your thing?
Well,
Huh?
Go on, Boa.
look how it
It's amazing.
It likes you, Jimmy, because you're
It's going
cold-blooded
round
as well.
Oh, feels like some of my shoes.
Oh, hang on. Oh, round the neck. Actually, you can really feel how they do their thing. Well, let's see how close he gets. Maybe. It's fine. I'm not too worried. Oh, hang on. Oh, you little flirt. Nice. Oh, it's nice to hold something that thick and powerful.
Don't look at me.
You don't want me to look at you when I'm touching it?
No.
What else have the nation been talking about?
The Star Wars open auditions in Bristol.
This is huge news, isn't it? Brilliant.
It's funny that they queued up for about 8 hours in the freezing rain.
Over 4,000 people turned up to the auditions in Bristol, and about 1,500 were turned away without even being seen.
Without even being seen, that's harsh, isn't it? Just...
I didn't need to go to the auditions because I've already got a part in the new Star Wars film.
Have you?
Yeah, I've already been cast. I play the postman on the Death Star. Insufferably cheery postman, walking around the Death Star going... May the parcel force be with you.
But listen, what they've done now is they've said that because so many people turn up to these open auditions, they're going to allow people to audition on video, and you can just send in your audition tape. John, Sean, do you want to...
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, OK, fine.
Well, I don't need to, I've already got a part, but...
Well, you've been
I'm such a versatile actor,
if I give you that
see me...
part, if I give Sean that one, you could be Vader, you could be Luke. Just
Right.
classic lines. You just got to embody the role.
OK.
All right. Action.
If only you knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No! The second no's not in the script, but I'm your father!
Chuffing hell, that's never eat. That is in the script. No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
No.
22% of nightclub hookups are one-night stands. Yeah, who would have thought the guy you tugged off in a toilet cubicle 2 minutes after meeting him in Hollywood's nightclub Romford wouldn't turn out to be the love of your life? But if you are watching, Darren, call me. Do you think facial hair is attractive, yes or no?
Depends what's going on with the rest of the face. You can't judge.
How do you mean, what's going on with the rest of the face? What?
Like, it's, asking do you think facial hair is attractive is a bit like saying, do you like teeth? Like, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but, you know.
I like teeth on a girl.
Yeah, but you know.
I can't believe we're even having this discussion.
Like, look at Joe.
Yeah, I'm dynamite.
Do you like it? Do you actually like it?
Of course I don't. Who would like this?
It's
fun, facial hair, and it's warm as well for winter. It's like a cardigan for your face. Chindigan. It's not attractive, though, is it, to answer the question? It's not sexy, is it?
OK, what do you think?
I'm adamant it's a yes. I think it's very in at the minute. Like, I mean, definitely not that. But, I mean, Joe's... Well, no, not that either. But, like, a kind of... like a designer stubble, like what John's going on. I think it's very attractive.
Well, you're very kind to say so.
Not a problem.
Have you grown a beard? Do you want to try one?
Do I want to try one?
I've brought moustaches.
Definitely.
Oh, my God.
I think that's the one for me. I sort of feel I could run quite a good regional, like a regional department store.
Yeah.
Welcome. Sean, any interest in a moustache? You're more than welcome. Yeah.
Just had a bloke off the Pringles.
I could sell Pringles, couldn't I? What would you care for?
You've got a buffet of moustaches there.
I do, of course I do. Would you like one, Rosin?
Yes, please.
Of course you would. Hang on. Here you go. This will look terrific on you, because I think for the blonde colouring.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Happy to help.
There's no point, Joe. Some games you can't play.
I look like a cat.
I very much like it on you, actually. You've awakened something dark within my sexuality.
Thank you. John looks like a magician.
Is that supposed to be like this? It really hurts.
That's a really good look for you, trust me.
I'm like forgetting things. It's nipping that hard.
You look like a rival cat. You look like you've got whiskers on.
I got one for you, Joe. You can just see what you'd look like with a beard. Different beards can mean different things. For example, a Santa Claus-style beard means friendly with kids, whereas a Joe Wilkinson-style beard means too friendly with kids. Do people take too many pictures of themselves? Yes or no?
I would say no.
Are you aware of how many pictures you take of yourself in the average week?
Well, all girls do my age. Like, you know, when you're going out, before you go out, you take lots of pictures and stuff. I mean, if I look on Instagram, I can look at my account and there's loads of all my friends and there's loads of things and everyone's got selfies.
Let's have a look at some of the pictures of you recently. Have you put on weight since that was taken?
No, there's an art to it.
Do you take many pictures of yourself, Miles?
I've knocked a few out.
Miles, 1 in 8 people admit to taking sexy selfies.
Yeah?
Are you one of those?
Listen, if it comes out sexy, it comes out sexy. I'm not... I just think of them as photos.
Only 29% of women reach orgasm every time they have sex. I've got a tip for those women, or if they like, I could put the whole thing in. Best way to impress your friends.
The way I like to impress my friends is this. No, because I've got trousers and the fly opens up that way. It opens up from the bottom.
Can you not do that ever again?
Yeah, because most flies open down, mine open up.
Yeah.
So, because I've got an Australian tailor.
I think it's be yourself.
God, no. Have you met you?
Titty waggles.
Now another titty waggle there, please.
Will you be my friend?
Yeah, I want to be a friend. That's a pretty impressive titty waggle.
The best way to impress your friends, and is what I do, is I show them my hole.
Could you? I mean, that's a pretty full answer.
Oh, I see. Oh, God. I see how you could...
No, I don't. Just.
I've been digging this hole for a long time. After the last 3 years, I do 2 hours every day digging this hole in the back garden, and it's so deep. And I always say, come and have a look at my hole. What is that, Jimmy?
That's number 3. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Strictly Come Dancing has started again.
It's back on. It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. It's massive. Although the lineup is a bit... Well, I think most of them should bring a utility bill. I don't know who they are.
I thought there were huge stars on there.
Who?
Vanessa Feltz. You did that. Yeah. I said no.
I'm just thinking, like, do you think maybe she just said, like, I'll come and do the show, but I'm just not gonna do too much because I'm a bit heavy? Yeah.
Do you mean like serious, or what do you...
No, I mean, like, seriously.
Oh, no, you're
like...
being incredibly bitchy. OK, great.
No!
I didn't realise where you were going with this, but no, I'm with you.
You can't go, no, you just called her fat. And
no,
go,
I didn't. No, I didn't
used
call her
another
fat.
word.
I didn't say she... I didn't. Because I'm just saying she hasn't danced much, and to me, if you're going on a dancing show, you should dance.
No, in your defence, she came on my show at the start of the year, Let's Dance, and she said, I'm not going to dance. And literally, I don't know if you saw it, we lowered her from the ceiling onto a gigantic 8-foot-long cannon with her legs spread-eagled in a sequin leotard.
Was that the only way you could get her in the building?
Sean, would you go on the show? Would you go on Strictly?
Well, you know, if my whole career fell apart in tatters and I had really no option and a lot of tax bills to pay and situation... No, I actually didn't mean that. Sometimes you get lucky. The Jackson family have tried to sue the promoter.
AEG, yes, the promoters of the concert.
Conrad Murray. And they lost.
So the Jackson family tried to sue AEG for $1.6 billion in damages.
And I was really pleased when this story came up, because I always think, Michael Jackson, it's the deaf that keeps on giving. With comics, you know, for comics, it's just great, because you can just come up, as soon as any story with him, you go, brilliant, we can do all the Jackson jokes again. Hey, get them out. I think comedians should actually build a statue, a monument to him, just to say thanks.
What happened was that the production company provided Michael Jackson with a doctor, who then provided Michael Jackson with a huge array of... I mean, they found, I mean, something like 78 different types of drugs in his bedroom when he was dead, when they looked, and the most worrying of them was Calpol. And...
or his own personal favourite, Rahipsy Licks. A lot of them were sedatives and relaxants. I'm surprised he wasn't carried around in liquid form. Like in a tank, like, just sloshing around. He gets his mic all ready for his next rehearsal. We just pour him out onto the stage.
Well, the sad thing is, a lot of people did
just
kind of know...
keeps giving. Thanks, Michael.
They got rid of his statue, didn't they, up at Fulham. Alfie had invited him to a football match, and he went to see Fulham versus Wigan. I like the idea that Alfie had rang him up and said, yeah, is that Michael? Yeah, who's that? It's Alfie Ed. And he says, do you want to go to a football match? What, who's playing? Wigan? Yeah.
Because new owners bought Fulham. They took the statue down, and it's a bit like, you know, when you move into a new house and you think, well, the first thing is going is that avocado bathroom. We're going to get rid of that pebble dashing, and the statue of the paedophile out the front. That's Thanks, Michael.
What are we doing? What are we doing looking up? Yes, thanks, Michael. Top thing men worry about.
The main thing I worry about as a man is the assumption that I know more about wine than anyone else at the table. They pour a little bit, always in my glass. I don't know.
Because you're the only one at the table.
What do you think men worry about, Jamelia?
I genuinely can only think of one thing, and I don't want to say it because I just think my nan might be watching.
Whisper it to me, and I'll say it.
I can't even say it, honestly, I can't even say it.
Write it down.
Or just draw a picture of one. Go on, what do you think, Jamelia?
It's, It's a 9-letter word. Premature ejaculation. Ooh, you saucy cow.
That's the only thing I can think about. Or finding out the football scores too early. So one or the other.
It's all about being early with you, isn't it?
Oh, sorry.
Penises are just a pain in the arse. They're bit... When they're up and about, they're an inconvenience. And when they're not, they're always there, aren't they? It's better to have a thing that's in, I think.
Are you saying you'd rather have a vagina because it'd be tidier? That's insane. That's the most insane thing you've ever said. You like things to be tidy, but you're basically saying, oh, I'd like to be castrated because then it'd be neater. 73% of dieters abandon their diet at the weekend, and there's a special name for those dieters. Fat people. Next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean, Joe, Rosin, pick a question.
The bear, please, Jimmy.
OK. Last week, an 80-year-old Russian man survived a fight with a bear. True story. He bravely kicked and headbutted the bear before the bear threw him off a cliff. He survived, but a bear basically came at him and he fought him off. So we asked our studio audience, do you consider yourselves brave? Yes or no?
I was really hoping you had a clip.
I'm not dismissing the bravery of a man, but it sounds to me like he survived because he got thrown off a cliff. I'm going to speculate, had the fight continued, he would have got the shit kicked out.
He was an 80-year-old Russian shepherd. He was approached by a bear in a raspberry field. So this is true.
This is a nursery rhyme.
This week, approached by a bear in a raspberry field. He showered him with kicks and headbutts. Reporters say he managed to knock the bear off balance before it threw him off a cliff. He was hospitalised with bruises, bite wounds and 4 broken ribs. Wow. Discharged within a few days, and it's not known how the bear is.
What's a shepherd doing in a raspberry field? How mobile are these raspberries?
Well, I like the line, he was approached by the bear. I can imagine, if you're the shepherd, a bear goes, excuse me.
The thing is, to be fair, we've only got the shepherd's version of this story. I'd like to hear the bear's version.
In bear news, the bear was sexually assaulted today by a mad Russian. Joe, if you got attacked by a bear, what would your strategy be? What would you do?
Work the body.
Do you think you're a hypochondriac, yes or no?
Well, it's difficult to tell, isn't it? If you think you are, but you're waiting to be told, then are you or aren't you?
I'll tell you what, the test is actually the Whiteley Index for hypochondriacs, OK? So just answer this honestly, we'll see if you're a hypochondriac. Do you worry a lot about your health?
No. I've got bigger problems than that, Jimmy. Healthy and miserable. I'd rather be ill and happy.
Do you find that you're often aware of various things happening to your body?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think there's something seriously wrong with your body?
I think other people think there's something seriously wrong. I think women.
Particularly the front.
Yeah. It is. There's a sort of strange swelling at the front. I think I've got a big round...
Erection!
We would have got there, mate. Don't panic. Appreciate you being part of the team and all, and...
I don't think they're going to spot this knob gag. Better help these guys out. There's a knob gag and they haven't seen it. This is what I call an emergency.
We're ruling out the possibility that it's the first one he's ever had and he wants everyone to know about it.
Erection! Biggest turn-off on a date?
Oh.
Go on, Claudia.
A fancy car. There's something wrong with a man who has to drive a nice car. I won't get in it. I won't sleep with them. I won't talk to them. I will just immediately close the door and say bye-bye.
What would be your ideal vehicle of choice? Would it be like a minicab?
No, I'd like a very old, dilapidated car, perhaps that you would have to get into from the back. Nothing would work. Man, he's wearing a fisherman's sweater. Maybe he's got some paint on his hands, because actually he's an artist as well as a fisherman. His hair's like that. He's singing to Duran Duran. He'd get it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd fuck him as well. This is your fantasy. This is...
What does your husband drive?
I don't know. I don't let him out the house.
What do you think, Josh? You strike me as quite a ladies' man.
No, I'm not good. I went on a date when I was meeting a girl and I was meeting her outside the pub and I thought I was quite tired. And when I'm quite tired, I think if I do a few stretches, it'll wake me up.
Right.
I didn't see her coming, so as she was walking down the street, it looked like I was limbering up.
What were you doing? What kind of move? Show us the move.
Well, so you start with something simple, but it was a long... I didn't realise it was a long street, so it would have started like that.
Yeah, sure.
It got quite pelvic by the end. So there was kind of that one, and then kind of...
Waiting for a girl.
Waiting for a girl just working on those hamstrings.
Yeah.
You don't want to pull one of those at a vital moment later.
Yeah, it was a disaster. Yeah. This whole thing's really brought up some bad memories for me.
I've never felt so good.
Did you know, for example, 20% of Brits always reread an email before sending it? It's a good idea. Last week, I nearly sent an email saying, I is very interested in your penis enlargement system. I is. Cringe. 10% of Brits ignore medical symptoms, which is fine. Don't worry about those shooting pains in your chest. That's just your body's way of telling you you need another steak bake. And 48% of women believe stress makes them unattractive. What you've done there, ladies, is confuse the word stress with jeggings.
The government have launched a scheme for new mothers where if they breastfeed for 6 months, they get given some shopping vouchers. Is that
brilliant scheme?
That's in the news, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how do we check? How do we know what they're doing?
How do we check?
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to help.
Well, you know what I mean.
Finally, my
How do
boob
we know?
inspector T-shirt will have a purpose.
Seeing as I'm the only one qualified, I feel, on this panel to speak about the vicissitudes of breastfeeding, I just want to tell you a little story. A friend of mine who was a midwife went round to visit a woman who's breastfeeding her 5-year-old. And she said to this woman, look, I think he's a little bit old to be breastfed. And this child took his face off his mother's bosom and went, fuck off. So brilliant.
It must be the Wimbledon final.
Oh, exciting.
No.
No?
No.
Tennis.
What's the matter with tennis?
Well, I'll be dead honest with you. I used to play the third most boring sport known to man. Cricket, only trumped by tennis and Formula 1.
Do you not like cricket?
It was a means to an end.
I thought it was an incredible thing. A British man won for the first time in 77 years.
And he hasn't won it since, Jimmy. Let's not let him off. This country hasn't had a Wimbledon winner for nearly 6 months now, and I've had enough. The sad thing, it's a boring name, Andy Murray, as well, isn't it? If his name was, like, Dick Gobbler or something, then... At least now in 50 years, when Sue Barker goes, and of course Britain hasn't had a Wimbledon men's champion since Dick Gobbler.
But you're a tennis fan, aren't you, Jimmy? You like your tennis.
I love it. I think it's incredible.
Why is tennis incredible?
It's like cricket, but instead of him hitting it and it going
Mate,
50 yards away...
I'm not protecting cricket here. I know it's boring.
Do you like it anyway?
I've got no... There's no two ways about it.
Given that the exciting bit of cricket is when he hits it, imagine if the guy at the other end hit it straight back.
Sean Steen, what else has the nation been talking about this week?
Badgers! Badgers!
It's a very upbeat response.
They can't kill all the badgers.
Well, they don't know how many there are.
Badgers have moved the goalposts.
This is actually a quote from a government minister when Environment Secretary Owen Paterson was asked if he'd moved the goalposts, because they're now saying they need to kill more badgers. He said the badgers have moved the goalposts.
They do, and that's why they must die. That's the kind of thing they do.
Richard, what's your problem with
We've got a
badgers?
massive problem with badgers. We have a lot of badgers anyway, and now we've got all these refugee badgers coming in, running away from all
Starting
these...
to sound like Clarkson, mate.
No!
I'm a supporter of the badgers, and I've actually rescued 2 badgers, because they came round to shoot them, and I had a cottage down there, and I took them in, and I pretended they were slippers. And I would have got away with it, but one of them started coughing.
Carol, what do you make of the badger cult?
Well, I think it's interesting because obviously TB is supposedly spread by the badgers, and with this cull now, they're all running for the hills and obviously spreading it even more.
There is no TB. The whole thing is just a countryside alliance. It gives them an excuse to shoot something that's slightly black.
Did you know, for example, according to a survey, 1 in 3 men live at home? That's nonsense. Everyone lives at home. 1 in 4 Americans have appeared on TV. I'm assuming widescreen. And 55% of people think being associated with charity work makes you seem more attractive, which explains why Pudsey Bear gets all that poontang. The oldest paperboy in Britain is Bernard Davies from Brighton. He's 90 years old. Sorry, we just had an update. The oldest paperboy in Britain is Gavin Henderson from Sunderland. He's 12. And 86% of Brits can't name 5 Cs around the world. It's easy. President Putin, he's a massive C. David Cameron, he's a right C. Whoever's running Iran at the moment, total C. Kim Jong-un, absolute C. And Piers Morgan, what a C. Johnson, what do you think the nation have been talking about over the last week?
The Paralympics.
Have you been watching the Paralympics?
Yeah. Downhill skiing with blind people.
I couldn't get over it. It's an incredible thing.
I think if I were blind, one of the things I'd just write off, probably skiing. I'm going to say I can't ski. That's what I'm going to do. They hurtle down. 2 ways they do it. One is by Bluetooth from the top of a mountain. Wouldn't trust that myself. Person in front of you going, speed down the... Look out, there's a
You do that brilliantly. That, like, 20 years ago, that could have been your whole act.
It's Bluetooth is one, and the other one is she just follows the orange blur, which is in front of her, which is why in her first round she crashed because Amy Childs was in the crowd.
Rob, you got any secret talents?
I can peel a banana on my feet.
How did you find that out?
I wanted a banana, my hands were busy.
Well, it's a hell of an answer. I mean, there's no arguing with that, is there?
I've got feet that go out like hands. If I'm walking along and socks on the floor, I won't bend down and pick them up, just pop them up with a foot, a bit like a monkey.
Right. Can we see?
You can see them if you want, mate.
I'd like to look at your weird monkey feet.
Yeah, they stretch
Has
out.
anyone
Come out
got
the
a
front
banana?
here.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do it behind it and I'll be able to see it, Jim.
Throw the sock down.
Oh.
Sock down, OK.
So, like, they spread out a bit like that, see?
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah.
Hang on, let's have that again.
That monkey, isn't it? I wish I wore better jeans now.
I wish I had 2 real feet.
I hadn't thought about that. That is a bit of a piss take for Alex, isn't it?
Someone's got a banana over there.
There is a banana over there. We've got to see the banana.
Did you say you could peel a banana with your feet?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, come on, we've got to see
We've
that.
got to see that.
Throw him in the banana, just throw it in. That would have been spectacular.
I need to be sitting down, really.
You need to...
Well, can't sit down here on the front.
Oh,
You'll sit on the front there like a little monkey boy.
I'm not a performing monkey.
You're not a performing... When you say you're not a performing monkey, sit down and peel that banana. If this isn't entertainment, I don't know what is. This is... Are you supple enough to eat this without using your hand?
Jim, do you want some banana, mate?
Yeah, no, lovely, yeah. How weird's this getting? Most people think they're fun to be around. True or false?
I distrust the whole concept of fun. bit. Like,
Wow. You're going meta on this.
Well, yeah, it is. Why would you, say, oh, we're going to have fun. Oh, what do you mean we're going to have fun? Like, oh, we're going to go to a fun fair. What do you mean a fun fair? It's neither fun nor fair. Let's not go. Fun size. Oh, it's fun size. Who decides what size fun is? We have our own thing. We have our own thing. Fun and games. Fun and games. It's too much for me. Fun and games, one at a time, please. Otherwise, my head will explode.
I'm going to put you down as a not fun. What do you think the nation have been talking about over the last week?
It's the tale of Saturday night TV in Britain. Everyone's very excited about The Voice.
Yeah, The Voice is back with its new sort of line of judges.
OMG.
Yeah, OMG is right. Sean's always saying OMG. He very rarely says it on the show. It's weird.
OMG.
So it's Will.i.am, Kylie Minogue, Tom Jones and Ricky Wilson.
You have Tom Jones is on the show?
We have Tom Jones on the show, yeah.
Tom Jones.
We have a confused old man who can't work out why his seat won't take him into the bath.
I love it. I love it when he spins round. He looks like a kebab in a suit, doesn't he, when he turns round?
It's ironic that it's all about the voice and not the image and everything, because it's much more fun if you watch it on mute, because Tom Jones is slowly turning into Morgan Freeman. Much more fun if you wait till he turns around, mute it, and do a Morgan Freeman voice. I very much enjoyed your performance here today.
Kylie's apparently, she's put on lots of viewers.
I think 1 million people extra are watching just for the Kylie, yeah.
It's interesting watching, because she's 45 now. She looks very well. I was thinking the only thing... Well, but no. No,
go on, say the thing that's obviously terrible.
Well, that chair moves more than her face, doesn't it?
If I worked on the show, I'd play an Adele record. I just thought, well, let's play an Adele record properly. See, they might not even turn round, and then they turn around and have an owl on the stage.
A singing owl? I think if you had an owl that can sing, you wouldn't need to worry about going on The Voice. You'd be booked all over Europe at the best circuses, heads of state probably going, bring me the singing owl.
Joe, do you watch any of these shows?
We have a glut of them in the States, but of course there's so many now that it's like, who hasn't been on one of these shows?
I haven't been on them.
You should.
You should.
You should.
Well, turn your chair around. Go ahead.
I need a break.
Start singing.
Go on, sing a song, see if you can get into... Just... Would you like to go to the performance area, Sean?
This is what I would do. This is what I would do if I was on The Voice.
Should we all turn away?
Yeah. There's that
let's all turn away.
OK.
And they go next up, and then you hear them go...
Oh, yeah, he's coming.
And then you hear, like... But what I'd do is this. And then I'd start. Here we go. Spin round, Jack. That means you want to manage me if you turn round. Summer breeze! Floating through Jasmine.
Oh, it's a bloke! You've got the voice of an angel.
I only turned around because I thought it was an owl.
John's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about over the last week?
Olympics, innit? The winter ones?
The winter ones, yeah. Yeah, if you like things sliding down a hill, you are in luck. It's
I saw a sport where they ski for a bit, lie down, shoot, out of a gun, out of a backpack, put it back on and ski off again.
That's the opening of a Bond film you were watching.
Well, how's that a sport? And where'd you get the equipment? I've not seen any of that in JD Sports.
Joe, have you done any winter sports?
Yeah. I like them all. I like them all because I absolutely love lycra. I do all of them. I love the way it feels on my body. I feel sassy when I wear lycra. And I like watching people in lycra. I'd watch anything it involved like. I'd watch songs of praise if they all wore lycra.
So what I'd like to see in lycra, one man and his dog.
Yeah.
The shepherd and the dog in lycra.
And a couple of the sheep sort of hanging about.
Did you know, for example, 40% of British people can't identify bird songs? It's simple. It's usually either I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor or Independent Women by Destiny's Child. 15% of Brits think Downton Abbey is the best TV show ever made, and that is a survey of your nan. Most people think men make worse patients than women. True or false? Bizzle, are you a good patient? Do you go to the doctors?
I wish I was a good patient, but I never go. There's one time I actually went to get checked up, and I thought I would go, like, out of London, because I thought no one would recognise me. And so I went to, like, High Wycombe or somewhere to get tested.
Sure, who's going to know you in High Wycombe?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They don't have records in High Wycombe, do they?
So I went to get checked up. I've gone into the room, and the woman's like, OK, so, have you done this before? And I was like, yeah. She was like, well, yeah, we'll bring it out then. And then she looked at it, and her eyes just gone...
She went, you're Lethal Bizzle.
Yeah. Literally. The worst part is she stuck a toothpick in it, literally. Like, I don't know what it was.
Did you think it was a cocktail sausage?
Mead. You want to try some mead?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
This is a 10,000-year-old drink. Hang on, I'll bring some over.
That was made 10,000 years ago.
Well, not this stuff. This was made this afternoon. Pass those down. Have a little bit of mead.
I like the goblet.
Yeah, well, we've got some
You're doing well with the 3 glasses, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, you know.
Is this one of your pranks?
What do you mean, one of my pranks?
Is it we?
Urine?
Is it
No,
we?
this is me.
It smells of we.
I'll tell you what, it's bloody nice urine.
Lovely.
John, have you just necked that?
I'm really fighting the urge.
Yeah. Delicious, isn't it?
It was the drink of my sort of mid-20s mead.
Every time you think, oh, John's probably said the most tragic thing he's ever going to say, he just pulls another one out of the bag. There's a man in a cardigan telling you, yeah, my mid-20s, I drank a lot of mead.
And I tell you a fact about mead, that
Oh, please do.
Couples that... It's so nice to say it to someone other than myself. Tell you a fact about me, John. Thank you, John. Don't mind if I do. Couples, when they got married, used to toast mead every night for a week afterwards, I think. And that's... it's a honey liqueur, and that's why you call it a honeymoon.
No.
I'll drink to that.
Okay, fingers on buzzers, 2 more things still to get. What do you think, Sean?
Can I have some more mead? To King Henry IV!
Well...
Bloody Plantagenets can fuck off!
We can't trust him with a bowl. But look at how your hair's gone after... That's after... All you've had is 1 glass. And you already look as if you're one of the guys making Joe look good in a Wetherspoons. It's just gone up.
Tell you what, it's bloody good mead, that's right.
Can I just briefly talk to you about the dangers of 2 glasses of mead? You celebrate St Patrick's Day?
No. I mean, I'm half Irish, but I don't see any reason. It's usually in the midweek. Well, 5 times out of 7.
Can I just do a very, very quick story? There's 2 sisters who are friends of mine, and in the 70s they were hitchhiking in Ireland, and this farmer stopped, and he drove them about a mile, and they were both sat in the back of his van, and then he turned round to them and he went, I don't suppose either of you girls would fancy giving me a bit of a wank now, would you? And they went, we'd rather not. And he went, right you are, drove them off, dropped them in town. Now, that's a polite sex offender. very impressed by him.
Nice for my uncle to get a mention on the show.
I just remembered quite a good story someone told me. Who was in Ireland a while back. They were driving to Coleraine and they got lost and pulled over in this little village, and there was a fella, like farmer, standing by the side of the road, and he wound the window down and he said to him, how'd you get to Coleraine? And the fella thought for a minute and then went, my brother takes me.
Of course, traditional Irish dancers have their hands by their sides at all times because their arms have been decommissioned.
The ongoing thrill ride that is the Scottish independence debate, I imagine. George Osborne has laid the law down to Scotland and said, if you don't want to be in us...
You're getting George Osborne and Beyoncé mixed up again.
The one that isn't Beyoncé has told Scotland that if they go independent, then they can't have the pound. The phrasing he used was stupid. He said, if you walk away from the UK, you walk away from the pound. And what you should never do is ask Scottish people how far they're willing to walk and what for. They won't go independent because a lot of the stuff they've claimed to like, they only do to trick us. Like haggis is something they pretend to like. So when we go to Scotland, you have a haggis and you find out it's rancid.
Oh, it's amazing.
They all have a jolly good laugh about it. Same with like the Robbie Burns. Even they can't understand it. It's just made up language and they pretend it's ancient Scottish poetry. It's not. He's just gobbled it. Hig the mora fluky da pookie down. And they go, oh, okay, that's ancient lyricism, that is. He was just pissed the whole time. I am the hoagie, had a bogey.
Cheat and win, or play fair and lose.
I have cheated before, though. Well, I don't know, is this cheating? I did an exam at university, a statistics exam. It was what they call an open book exam. So I took an old exam paper that someone had done, and when I got in there, I realised like 80% of the questions were the same. So I just copied them. Is that cheating?
Yes.
Is it?
I mean...
Shit.
How could you possibly think that wasn't cheating?
Did you become a psychiatric nurse on the strength of cheating at university?
Yes.
Did you know, for example, 84% of people would use personal contacts to help their child get a job? I hate nepotism. In fact, I'm the chairman of the Anti-Nepotism League, an organisation set up in the 80s by my father. The word dog appears just 14 times in the Bible, but loads more than that if you read it backwards. And a survey's revealed Sunday is the loneliest day for pensioners. If you're a pensioner, don't worry. Someone will be popping round on Monday to cut your heating off.
Last Monday, I did a gig in Milton Keynes, and I checked into the hotel, and they sent me up to the room with the key card. And I go in, the TV's on, not that uncommon. This freaking show is on the TV, and it's an episode with the D-Dog in it. I go into the room and like...
The D-Dog is David, by the way. That's how he refers to himself, because he's crazy.
So I go in and going like, what a coincidence, what a nice thing to be there. And then I get to the point just past the loo, and there is a completely naked businessman lying on the bed watching this freaking show. First revelation, somebody out there is watching this now, completely starkers. Secondly, was he taking it to the next level is the big question. Imagine if I walked in just at the point where of maximum super fun. That
is what we call it.
On the show. That is the service this show provides.
But what I want to know, David, is how did you know he was a businessman? Did he give you a... Did he just go, oh, here's my card?
Excited about the Oscars.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up. Well, I don't see why people enjoy... I mean, I can't stand watching award ceremonies. I think the only good bit about them is you find out who died that year. You go, oh, didn't know that. I must have been on holiday that week. You know.
Oh, I thought he was already dead.
I mean, I don't know. I think I watch these films and I just kind of think, oh, I've seen this before. Why am I watching it? Like Gravity, basically, the message of that was
Who? Women drivers.
All the nominees were given an $80,000 goodie bag. $80,000. That's not a goodie bag. That is a fucking amazing-y bag.
Can I ask a question about that? I saw that. It said it's an... How do they... Can you say, can I just have the money?
No, you've got to take the weird things. The best thing they got in the goodie bag this year was an orgasm shot, which I'm sure you realise is a treatment worth $2,700 that enhances the genital tissue of a woman.
Is that what you've had done to your face?
Yeah, they said... It says on the box it works on all kinds of... What do you think Britain's greatest contribution to the world has been?
The language, the English language.
English language
The
is
English
good.
language. I've actually invented the word. I've actually got it in the Macmillan Dictionary.
Woo!
What's the word?
It's dench.
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 And it means...
Dench. It means cool.
And what was wrong with the word cool?
It's got too old.
How did you come up with the word dench?
I was actually playing a computer game and I scored this goal and the goal was fantastic. It was like from the halfway line. I didn't know what else to say and dench just came out and it was just like, everyone in the room was just like, what did you say? I was like, dench! We're like, yeah, that's what we're all gonna say. And then that was
It's like
it.
listening to
And
the
then
story of the apple falling on Newton's head. It's like, what? You just came up with it?
I've actually got two, actually. I've got another word that's called chinada klinkling.
What, sorry?
Chinada klinkling. It was meant to mean, do you know what I mean? But I think, do you know what I mean, is very established and very kind of Cockney slang already. So I'm trying to find another
Are you aware
definition.
that, do you know what I mean, isn't one word?
Is there any suggestions for what chinada klinkling should actually mean?
Fortnight in the Algarve.
I think it's when you just haven't got enough change for parking. I've got Chinada Klinkling. Might as well chucking it there.
Most people would describe themselves as superstitious. True or false?
I'm not superstitious, but I am stitious, which it's different. It's like if I break a mirror, I'll sweep it up in case I stand on it. You know, I use superstition sometimes just to get out of doing things by pretending that you just have to make up a thing that sounds like it rhymes. So someone would be like, have you cleaned the house? And I go, oh, you know what they say. Hoover on a Saturday, get eaten by a bird of prey. You know? So then you just walk out.
That must be the exciting European debates.
Yeah, the Clegg and Farage have been debating. They were on LBC last week, debating Europe.
Greatest head-to-head of our time. Sort of drunk purple head and a boring balding head. I was going to watch the last one, but then Martin Clunes was on the one show. It just takes too long. I think most people know where they feel about Europe, so an hour is too long. They should just get all the questions at once and have to answer them back to back. Just so you have Farage going, yes, no, only the fit ones, not a penny, back where they came from.
Have you been to the Oscars? Have you ever been invited?
Me? No, they're not going to invite me to the Oscars. No, they don't. They don't even tell me where they're holding it. I've never won an award for anything.
Oh. Your show must have won an award.
Oh, for what?
Jerry, you underestimate how popular you are, Jerry, in this country. Now everyone realises that Jeremy Kyle is the alternative.
Is it wrong to take revenge, yes or no? John, you ever taken revenge?
I would like to say the sentence, I will have my vengeance. I'd like to say that at some point in my life.
Treat yourself.
Well, it doesn't work now because you haven't done anything, have you? Oh, you fucking...
It's weird because you wanted to say, I will have my vengeance in quite a masculine voice, but when you got pushed even slightly, you went, oh, you.
Yeah. I will have my vengeance. been the Brit Awards, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I'm not really your guy. That sort of musicians being cool. I'm more your sort of, hey, John, who won the omelette challenge on Saturday Kitchen this week? There was an exciting moment at the Brits when it got political, when David Bowie, who wasn't there in his speech, ended by saying Scotland should stay with us, which is interesting from a man who lives in New York. But my favourite speech was Pharrell Williams, who gave a very good speech on freezing stamp duty. You were there, weren't you? Touching One Direction, and when one of them did a joke to you, he's like, hey, Jimmy, I'm a big fan. And you were like, oh, God, we're all cool at the O2.
Yeah, I saw you. But in fact, when you came out, I didn't think...
I can't believe you were watching the Brits.
The football had finished, just switched over. And you came on, I didn't realise it was you at first. I thought it was Kraftwerk.
Do you think you have common sense, yes or no?
I know the stupidest thing I ever did. I think I was about 6 or 7, and Mum sent me down to the... She had one of those chest freezers with a big lid. So
I remember
she said,
those.
go and get the ice cream. And I decided, stupidly, that I was thirsty. So I lifted the lid and bent my head in and went to lick the ice. Well, my tongue, of course, stuck to the ice. So I then, with the chest lid over the top...
And is that why you talk like that?
What I understand about Stephen Hawking is he said that the voice on his system by which he speaks, he doesn't want changed now because he feels like that's his voice. And that seems a waste to me. I think I'd have a different one every day. Like Jamaican for a day, and then I'd have a voice where it sounds like you need a piss.
What's the voice when it sounds like you need a piss?
Oh, the universe is expanding!
I was very disappointed in the opening ceremony because I wanted to see Putin really, really sort of, you know, like express his masculine nature. I wanted to see him going down the luge, right, in his pants, wrestling a bear and using his cock as a brake. It just gets to the bottom, just sling the bear off. It just goes, gays, go! Leave! Leave Russia now!
You've got a hernia. Well, how did this happen if that's not a...
You don't ask a lady questions like that.
It literally means that your gut is protruding through the stomach wall.
I've got that.
Have you got that, Kim?
Yeah.
I think I've got one too. It's
Have
just
you?
above my balls, yeah.
Yes.
Like a tiny little... Did you know, for example, 60% of mums like to get dolled up to do the school run? And in Russia, that figure's even higher, as each dolled-up mum contains another smaller mum. 47% of Brits have used a public library in the last 12 months. I think libraries provide an essential service for people on the high street who need to take a shit. And a third of women choose their own engagement ring because they don't trust their partner's taste. Well, he chose you. Sean's team, what do you think the nation have been talking about this week?
Is it the car racing guy? Lewis Hamilton, yeah. He won the World Championships, world champion of the... I've got the fastest machine competition, which appears to be whoever's got the fastest car wins. It should be the car that wins, and at the end, the car doesn't get anything. It doesn't even get, like, a nice tank of petrol. Or ride out in the countryside instead of going round and round a fucking track.
Lewis, would you fancy a go at it? I mean, you're a sportsman.
I'd love to have a go, yeah. I like a bit of adrenaline.
You like a bit of adrenaline? Oh, yeah, gymnastics.
I'm sorry. Have you tried doing a back somersault?
Have I tried doing a back somersault? How do you think I got on stage this evening? I somersault in.
Oh, really? We must have missed that one. Please show us again for the cameras.
OK, fine. Well, no, because of health and safety, I probably shouldn't in these heels. You can't do a back somersault just off the bat. You have to warm up.
Are you
and
asking
stuff.
me or telling me?
I think we're flirting. Can you do a back... Go on, do a back somersault.
All right.
You've got to warm up. I told you had to warm up. Oh, what? Oh, Jesus. Don't do that. Ah!
What's up?
This is...
You're next, though, yeah?
Yeah, no, straight after, but I'm
Oh,
just
I got
gonna...
this, I got this,
I'm just
I got
gonna... Just watching, because I need to learn the technique. Okay. Oh! Yeah, sure. Okay. So just... And then...
Go on, undo a few buttons first, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah!
Yeah, you fancy it?
Whoa!
Ready?
No, don't actually do it!
I thought there was no adrenaline in gymnastics, so this would be easy.
Yeah.
All right, there is some. Can you, I mean... Pretty impressive. Did you know, for example, according to experts, people on diets lose 2 friends for every stone they lose, and those 2 friends are Colonel Sanders and Mr. Kipling. The average Brit will spend £11,000 on dates before finding the one. So viewers at home, men and women alike, just turn round now and have a quick look at your partner. Hard to believe, isn't it? You spent 11 grand on that. And people in Sheffield have the most missing teeth in Britain, and that's because in Sheffield, the tooth fairy is their main source of income. Well, Paul, as you're on the show tonight, we thought we'd have a little sort of 8 out of 10 cats bake-off. Sean, what have you got?
Oh, I went to town.
What did you bake?
Well, you've heard of the famous layer cake.
Oh, yeah, the layer cake, of course.
Well, I went for a lay-by cake.
Talk us through the cake. That's an extraordinary looking thing.
Well, it's a lay-by, and we've got a badger that's been run over. And then there's a mattress. There's a Battenberg mattress. I've done the back with some stains on it. Dumped mattress on a lay-by. Some toilet roll. I didn't have time. I ran out of time to do the pants on the hedge. What do you think of me, Battenberg? And then there's little bin bags here.
Genuinely spitting that out. Not... Sean, he's got to taste a lot of cakes. He just tastes it and then he spits it out.
What's this made of?
This...
Sugar paste?
I used sugar paste and an actual turd I found in a lay-by.
I think it looks fantastic. I like the sponge. It's nice and moist. It's got a good bake on it. No soggy bottom. Well done.
Thank you. No soggy bottom.
Does anyone... John, have you baked anything?
My favourite thing that got made this series was the baked Alaska. So I thought I could present that in the way that you are accustomed to from Bake Off. So there we go.
You really don't want to have a look at what that looks like down his trousers.
Yeah, you do.
I got a little bit excited while I was making it, Paul.
It does not
Show everybody how excited you are about that cake.
They're going to see how excited I was to make this baked Alaska. I see you've already got some cake down there for later.
Thanks very much, Billy.
Baked Alaska a la... Oh, is it a la bin? Joe, I believe you've got some cake?
Yeah,
Taste all
well,
their
I've actually
cakes.
got a little bit different. I did a pastry, but it is a pastry with a twist because I've decorated it with me and Paul naked in a treehouse. If you notice, Paul, I've given you quite a large plonker. So I'm hoping that will swing it for me.
Sorry, what did you bake?
Oh, it's a pasty that I decorated with us on holiday. I assumed you had grey pubes.
Who do you think the winner of Cat's Bake Off is?
It's got to be Joe.
You're going Joe? Did you know, for example, 3.5 million Londoners use the Underground every day? My grand's been using the Underground every day for years. We buried her in 1994. 43% of men over 36 say they don't have any close male friends. So, mission accomplished, eh, ladies? And 33% of Brits have mistakenly called or texted the wrong person. I accidentally called my mum the other day while having sex. It was so embarrassing. I said, "I'm sorry, Mum, I'll call back. I didn't realise you were having sex." Do you think you're cool, Sean?
No. I think I'm terrific.
Yes, you are.
I think I'm terrific.
Yes, you are.
I don't think I'm cool, no.
Sean, what do you think makes someone cool?
Sitting the wrong way on a chair is cool, isn't it?
In the 90s, not now.
Go on, so hang on. If you were going to sit on that chair in a cool fashion, show us how that would work. I think the arms are going to get in the way.
Yeah.
It feels like that was the wrong way to do that.
I'd agree with you.
You look like you're waiting for something else to happen.
I do feel happier, though. Carry on, Daddy-o. On with the quiz, JC.
OK. So most people think they're cool, true or false? What are you going for, Sean?
Before we go false, I just want to say, in their home, when they're looking in a mirror, when they're going to go out, they're dressing up. Look at this audience. They prepared to come to this show. Well, you didn't. What? And I think before they left the house, they thought, wow, I look good. Look at that jacket. Come on, stand up, show that jacket.
I think that's a hoodie.
Look at that. Yeah, but you got nice white things coming down. You got a red tie going on.
Well, wait, it's cool.
You look good. What's your name? Glenn, you're too cool for school.
Glenn, it's OK. It is. It's funny you should say that, actually, because Glenn has been excluded. Glenn, do you think... Are you cool, Glenn?
Depends. My head teacher watching this.
If your head teacher was watching this...
You know, forget that your head teacher's watching. We got you covered, Len.
It's Glenn.
Glenn, you're covered too. Let me just say, if you have a problem, you have her talk to me. I will set that woman straight.
Don't, he'll get her pregnant. Did you know, for example, 73% of women believe men should always pay for a first date? I took a girl on a date, and at the end of the night, she said, "I want to go Dutch and shag my mate Lars." 36% of people in their 70s say they live life with a permanent smile on their face. They're not happy, it's just their false teeth are too big. And 19% of men worry about their moobs, but moobs are nothing to be ashamed of, just as long as they're not so big that when you look down, you can't see your mangina. So, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has suffered 2 fractured ankles due to excessively wearing Cuban heels to look taller. So we asked our studio audience, would you suffer pain to look good, yes or no? So he was wearing Cuban heels to look taller. You're not paranoid about your height, are you, Sean?
No, because I'm exactly 6 foot.
How tall are you, John?
5'9", 10 on a good day.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of good news for you. I got you these.
It's the news I've been waiting for, Jimmy.
Well, they're Cuban heels, but they're in your size, so I thought you could...
Are they?
You just slip them on and we'll see whether you look more sophisticated.
Why wouldn't I?
Wow. Yeah, they're pretty good. I think you'll enjoy those.
I have another fact.
Awesome.
Apparently, 60% of millionaires, are over 6'2".
Ah, really?
Apparently.
Does one tuck the gene into a Cuban heel?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely do.
They all do.
I've got a newfound respect for you, John. I just think... Can you go into the middle, or can you just stand on the...
Oh, sure, I'll stand on the glowing light in case I don't look like enough of a bell end back there.
I made a doc about a shoemaker recently, and he's been making shoes for 50 years.
I don't think anyone's listening to you. I just think John has dropped a hip and we are mesmerised. Look at that pelvis.
Ultimate chic.
Could be would you consider a Cuban heel?
Would I consider a Cuban heel? The answer has already been made, James. Are you am I 6 foot then? Can I stand next to you to see what the hell?
Yeah, well, Sean, if you can come out.
This is still bigger.
See, I still look shit. I just look like a short prick in heels now.
I think you might be about... I think you might actually be technically a bit special
Oh,
in
it's
the
fun,
height
isn't it?
department.
John, I'm 5'8", and I think we're about the same height. If I might be tall.
I think I'm a little bit taller than you, mate.
As he says, walking away in his Cuban heels.
Emma, what were you saying about Cuban heels when John was
So-
parading around?
In the 70s, every fashionable man wore high heels, not even Cuban heels, full-on platforms. It was like the ultimate chic. I wonder where it's gone, because people still try and be out there with their fashion, but men just don't do it anymore. I think it should be brought back.
Can we take a look at your shoes? You're wearing an extraordinary shoe these days, fashion-wise. Let's have a look at Jamie's shoes. Just pop them up on the desk. I think we can see where the 40% of animals have gone. Would you suffer for fashion, Jack?
I've always been lucky, and I've not had to sort of push the boat out in any way.
Have you had any work done?
No, but I would like to get that number off you later. Thank you.
Yeah. Because you've had your teeth smashed in, haven't you, and then rebuilt, and then all polished up and shined.
We all volunteered for the first bit.
Veneers, they smash all your teeth out.
It's an incredibly vain thing to do, and it's like it was about 24 hours of dental work.
Mine are like some kind of sort of colour you paint your hallway in, like that. Really.
I've never...
Yeah, mucky white or whatever. You go, weak mustard.
Do you blacken your hair to keep it so black?
I dye it. I think that's
Yeah.
the term people are using. I think, I dye my hair.
Do you? What would it be if it wasn't dyed?
It would look awful. It would look sort of like yours, I suppose.
I've heard of this thing called bleaching bumholes.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's not called that.
Well, anal bleach.
I'm pretty sure when you walk in, they don't go bleaching bumhole. Bleaching bumhole.
Who's ever looked at it? Nah, it's too... Nah, not for me. Get that tidied up, maybe. Do you know what I mean? But also, like...
Well, it's a bit gamey, that area, isn't it?
If you have to... Can
Sorry,
you get a bumhole glove?
you lost us all on this a bit gamey, that area. We're all just taking a moment to process that information.
It's like a bit of your shed you don't clear out, you know, and you go in there thinking, oh, I can't be bothered. There's all planks of wood and stuff down there, and someone spilt some paint, and
you put something for that, wouldn't you?
just chuck some bleach at it. You know.
OK, so would you suffer pain to look good? What do you think our studio audience said, Sean?
No, I think they said no. They
You don't think they
a
would?
very sane and sensible bunch.
You're going, OK, what do you think, John?
I'm going to say yes, because I'm going to wear those heels for the rest of my life. So, ankles, schmankles.
OK, well, I can tell you the answer is yes. 56% of our studio audience would suffer pain to look good. OK, let's have a look and see if UKIP's up there. Nigel Farage has been invited to take part in a TV debate with David Cameron. The Green Party have complained, but the truth is they've slipped down the party league table behind Noel's House Party, Block Party, #1 Party Anthem 2004, Iceland's Party Platter and my niece's 6th birthday party. UKIP politician Roger Helmner has been caught visiting a massage parlour, so there are some Eastern Europeans he's happier working here.
I went on the website of the massage parlour that MP has been to, and all the girls have got, like, snazzy descriptions. One of them is fit for filth, which raises the question of who is being surveyed, and I'm afraid you've been declared unfit for filth. One of the girls is adorable and affordable.
I read the news story, but I didn't Google the website.
I went there.
That's proper research.
You're adorable and affordable, aren't you?
Yes. I think I know the answer to this before I ask Joe, but do you talk to people you don't know on public transport?
Yeah, that's what really annoys me. People say you always meet weirdos on public transport. I've never met one. I talk to everyone. The other day, I was talking to this girl and it was going very well. We were chatting, it was lovely. We hadn't made eye contact yet, but that will happen. Then I downed a jar of Lloyd Grossman's Boona curry sauce. And she got all weird. I'm like, oh, fuck off, lads.
Do they sell that on the trolley? Lloyd Grossman's
No, I usually have a load in my bag.
What's in that bag?
I always make a packed lunch if I'm on this show. It's just bottle of taboo and 17 Scotch eggs.
I've never seen that many Scotch eggs gathered.
I don't know what the collective noun is.
Yeah.
A plethora.
A constipation of Scotch eggs.
Do you know why I only take 17 though? Because that's all you can fit in.
I've been on a train with you, Joe, and it's a treat.
Yeah, it's nice. You always
Deceptively long legs, I found when I shared a train with you. Seem
Yeah.
to get everywhere.
Can I ask quickly whether you guys are all going on the train? What is this, 8 out of 10 cats holiday, is it?
You know, works outings and things, nights
Yeah.
out.
The Christmas do, we have the Christmas do. And there's the summer trip away.
Lunch on Sunday was lovely.
Yeah, it was good. Wasn't it?
Scrabble Tuesdays.
Yeah. And of course, curry night.
Oh, that's
Which-
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Let's see if X Factor's up there. Yes, Cheryl's been accused of miming on the X Factor. The X Factor ratings have embarrassed Simon Cowell. He's really lost face and then replaced that face with a much bigger, wonkier face. Would you rather get a massage from a friend or a stranger? John, do you like a massage?
I don't like a handshake, Jimmy. I'm uncomfortable with that much physical contact. The idea of stripping naked and having someone touch the backs of my legs and my arse and my neck.
They don't do your arse.
I know. That's why they don't get tipped.
We've got some massaging tools here. Do you want to have a crack at those? Yeah,
Oh, that was for catching spiders.
OK, Sarah, you do John. Oh, hang on, this is good.
It's not remotely pleasurable. It's
Okay,
You look really relaxed, though. That's
John,
good.
hands on the desk. Yeah, OK. There's people on their first night in prison that are less stressed than you. This is a hand massager. So if you put that on. Do you want to give Sean a go with that? That's the hand massager,
Ready?
apparently. Don't stick them in your eyes, Sean.
Relax.
I'm very happy
Lean
with it.
forward.
All right.
Ready?
Feels like one of my kids is rubbing a car over me.
Is it nice, though?
I've fallen asleep pissed on the sofa. I've been woken up in the morning. This kid playing on me.
I don't think I'd even want to be massaged by a bloke. I went with my friend of mine, and she opted. There was like a male and a female massage therapist, and he said, "I want the bloke," and she said she could feel his
Gentleman area.
She said she could feel it on her elbow, and I'm just fascinated by that because my elbow has got like rhino skin on. I don't even know if I could do hot and cold, let alone tell if it was a cock or not.
All right, come on. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought we were going to add a bonus round to 8 out of 10 cats. And now cock or not. Well, let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, the Ice Bucket Challenge. So those were the most talked about stories of the year. But in other news, Tory MP Brooks Newmark resigned after sharing sexually explicit messages with an undercover reporter. I blame predictive text. Brooks Newmark actually wanted a hand with the coming election. The Commonwealth Games took place in Glasgow. During the Games, Tesco claims sales of haggis rose by 80%. I'm sorry, but that's a bag of shite, or haggis, as they're called in Scotland. OK, Sean's team, what else have the nation been talking about this week?
The Band-Aid are getting back together again. Bob Geldof said he got a call from the UN. Imagine he's got, like, a bat phone or something. So they're going to do a song to raise money for Ebola.
Apparently, they've changed the lyrics because because it's to raise money for Ebola specifically. So instead of Bono singing, well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you, well, tonight, we're reaching out and touching you, which is the worst possible idea if someone has Ebola.
Tonight, we're reaching out at you.
Jamie here is a very talented musician. I've got a keyboard. We'll get him to do a song. Yeah. No problem at all. There you go. Bang, you're on the...
What do you want me to do?
We were going to raise money for, like a good cause. John's getting married, and we'd quite like to raise money so he doesn't wear a cardigan. So if we raise money for a suit for his wedding, that'd be...
OK, so you're getting married?
Let's hope so.
John.
OK.
Every day's a bonus so far.
Do you want maracas for John?
OK.
If I had them, I wouldn't need to get married.
Sounds like a joke. Doesn't make any sense at all.
I like it. I like those.
I like it.
John Richardson.
Right.
He wears his beauty on the inside.
That's harsh.
John Richardson. A suit and tie will make his little face come alive.
He's got a little face.
He's gonna take her up the aisle. He's gonna take her up the aisle. So let's help him do it in style. People, can you hear me? He could look as good as Jimmy. John Richardson. He's got the soul of a champion. John Richardson. There you go.
Right, before we go, all that's left to do is announce who's won the series trophy. Look at it, sure to brighten any wheelie bin or neighbour's skip.
Get on with it, Jimmy. I'm holding John's hand. He doesn't like it.
So congratulations to our series winner, Sean Locke.
Oh!
Sean Locke. So there you go. There you go, Sean. A trophy for Sean there, which is undoubtedly will be described as a blunt object in the police report. Oh, go easy.
I just hate myself now.
Sean, how do you feel about the win?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.